You see, one of the major mistakes that people make, and I have noticed that extensively for the period of people I have worked with, some people don't want to build what they can afford. They don't want to build what they can afford. In my last videos, you will see projects that I said 70 million can finish, 80 million, 65 million can finish. The same person that don't have that 70 million will not be asking me, door, security door. I want the one that they are selling for 1 million. I want frameless windows. That's one frameless window. That one, maybe 4 feet by 4 feet, is almost 200,000 naira. And you don't have the money. The reason why I'm always campaigning for people who don't have much money or who don't want to spend much money on their projects is because I know that all hands are not equal. Casement windows, normal security doors, then you can use normal doors inside your rooms. There are ways you can minimize things. I am not against luxury. I'm not against building houses that can take you a whole lot of money to finish, because good things comes with a price. I love that. I love handling such projects. But if you don't have those resources currently, or you don't want to waste the resources because you have things to do ahead, the best is to plan in a way that you can get those things cheaper, but you have to come down a little bit of your standard. Using casement windows is the same glass thickness that we use, but the casement and the frameless is not the same thing. Using 1.5 million naira or 800,000 naira security door might not work with that kind of project. So when I say 65 million naira for your project, I am the one that decides the call on what you will use. So if you actually want to decide what you will use, we'll talk about it and I'll give you the quotation for that. But bear it in mind that me, Architect Chidi, cannot use inferior things to work for anybody that will put me in danger and my profession in danger. But the only thing we do is to find places where we can reduce the amount they spend. There are windows of 200,000 you can get with 100,000, 110,000 for one window. You are saving 90. So calculate how many windows you have in your house. Security doors of 1.5 million naira. You can buy the one of 600, 500,000 naira for your front and your escape door, maybe at the back. Then you use normal doors, maybe 150,000 naira, 160,000 naira for inside your house. Instead of doing POP design, all these POP designs that will consume all your POP cement, you reduce the quantity. They don't even do fancy POP again. Just plain and use lights to design it. They don't do all this parapet that takes rod, takes cement and takes materials. Simple ones. You don't go looking for bedroom, you don't have the money, but you want toilet seats of 1 something million. No, now. There are still ones you can get at 150, 100,000 naira. Good ones. 150, 180, 200,000. Forget the one of 500, 700,000 naira. For now, these things, when your money begins to come in bulk, you can change all of them. You can decide to change all your toilets, decide to change all your doors, decide to change your POP, decide to change your interior, but your structure is firm. One of the things I will not compromise is your structure. The right rods will be used. The right aggregates will be used. Everything in proportion. But what we are trying to say is there are some designs that you will build. The amount of cement that you will use will not be quantified to the one that is simpler. I don't know if you're getting me. There are some designs that we need you to use 20 to 25 rods because of the cantilever. There are ones that are simple. Once you plaster, everything goes all. So design, choice, and everything have to be called down for that quotation of 65 million, 70 million, 75 million to be accomplished right now. I don't know if you understand. So one of the mistakes people make again is you don't give the best thing to give an engineer, if any engineer is working for you, is to find a way, if you're not around, find a way to give it out on contracts and sign the deal. Find a way to give it on contracts. Let him deliver your work for you on contract. List the materials you need, tell him what you want, and make sure that he uses those materials. Maybe put somebody else to supervise him. But if you're around to buy your materials, buy materials by yourself, but make sure you give him that labor and supervision together. Let me explain. If you give an engineer supervision alone, he might put a foreman in your site and leave. But give him material, and if you give him labor and supervision, he will be on site to make sure that they don't spend too much, because from that money, that is where his own money is. So that he will not spend too much, and he will also monitor the work. I don't know if you're getting me. So if you are giving supervision only, you're making a mistake. You are making a very big mistake. You are not saving money. You're not saving money. If you want to give an engineer and you want to get all of his attention, give him supervision and labor. Let him pay his workers, call his workers, because one of the things as personally I hate is coming to a site and I have to work with a whole brand new workers that I am not paying. One is that you lose your respect. There are some things you don't talk to them about. I don't want that. I want people that I know already. Enter the work, do what I say, or I will not pay you. Or we will not pay you full. You understand? That full control gives you the flexibility to do exactly what you want on site. So that's why I don't like supervision. I like, give me that money, let me pay my workers. Let's deliver the project. So know these things as somebody who is trying to build and know peace. If you're not in the country, we handle turnkey projects. We handle turnkey projects and we give you exceptional. But if you're in the country, you can go on with your engineer and get the materials, or he will help you get it. I don't know if you understand. But don't give somebody who is not into building to go and buy materials for you. The money you are trying to save, you give it to that person, be it whoever it is, be it your brother, your friend. The person will steal everything about this country. Is everybody's trying to find a way to meet up. They will collect from anybody. So I don't know what else to say. If you're planning to build, do your due diligence. If you need a